November 16th, 2012. I'm going to continue the World War III update that I began earlier in the last video I uploaded. uh, of course, in that video I talked about the escalation taking place in Israel and the fighting that's ongoing between Hamas and Israel. This escalation is ongoing, as I said. It's since I posted the video, it's only gotten worse. Hamas is firing now at Jerusalem as well as Tel Aviv, and Israel, as I expected, is getting closer to a ground incursion, a ground invasion. Now, I want to point something else out about what's going on there and how it relates to Sudan. This is an angle you're not going to get many other places. If you've been following my videos, you know I've been watching Sudan for quite a while because Scripture indicates that the region to the south of Egypt will be involved in this final war that leads up to the Battle of Armageddon. And Sudan is the region south of is in the region south of Egypt. So listen to this. Hamas tells Sudan it will avenge Israeli bombing of arms plant. It's a Reuters story. The exiled leader of Hamas told Sudan on Friday his Palestinian group would take revenge on Israel for the deadly bombing of an arms factory in Khartoum, state news agency SUNA reported. Khartoum, of course, is the capital of Sudan, and this is the bombing that goes back a few weeks when Israel bombed in Sudan, and it turned out that it was an arms factory somehow related to perhaps even an Iranian arms factory in Khartoum. So anyways, treated as a star guest at an Islamist conference in Sudan, Khaled Mashal, I hope I got that right, used the meeting to rally support for Hamas's conflict against Israel in the Gaza Strip and told worshippers at Friday prayers his group would avenge the factory blast. Hamas will take revenge for Sudan from Israel in retaliation for its aggression. You will hear good news soon, Mishal told said typo I think. Mishal said at the mosque of the Sudanese armed forces in Khartoum. He did not elaborate, but said Hamas's use of long-range missiles showed it was able to surprise Israel. Sudan blamed an Israeli airstrike for the factory blast last month, which killed 4 people and partially destroyed the country's biggest weapons plant. Israel, which has been bombing the Hamas-controlled Gaza Strip for 2 days, has not commented on the accusations, but Israel officials have accused Sudan, listen to this, but Israel officials have accused Sudan of funneling weapons from Iran to Gaza. The time of Israel achieving victories against the Arabs has come to an end, Michel said. Israel has bombed targets in Gaza for 2 days, saying that was in response to escalating missile strikes from the territory. Medics say 22 Palestinians have been killed. 3 Israelis were killed by a rocket fired from Gaza on Thursday. Okay, so here we see an interesting series of connections. One, Hamas's attacks on Israel may be Iranian weapons that Sudan aided Iran in bringing into Gaza. So you can see easily how Sudan, as the tensions escalate in Gaza, will also come to be involved, or can easily come to be involved, right? If it becomes a major war, you could see Israel very easily see Israel with NATO help bombing Sudan in order to prevent further bombing Sudan. They've already done this, further bombing Sudan in order to prevent the funneling of additional weapons from Iran to Gaza. Okay, so that's, I think, really interesting, really important piece of news that just isn't getting much attention. And a lot of it's going to depend on just how this escalation takes place, how long it's going to take, just how Egypt is going to get involved, and you know how quickly this conflict between Israel and Gaza becomes a major war, if in fact it does. So there you have it. Oh, one other thing I wanted to add earlier in the previous video, I was saying eventually the desolator, who I propose, as you know, to be probably Obama, is going to aid Israel initially in the war, but not because he's a big friend of Israel, but because his goal is to occupy the region. At least that's one of the goals, occupy Israel. And I was looking for the verse, and I noticed after I got off that I only, in the section I was looking, only showed verses Daniel 11:40 through I think 44, and I omitted Daniel 11:45 until a few pages later where I discussed it. And so I was looking for the passage. I was like, where's it at? Well, here, I'll just show you right out of this. So Daniel 11:45, and he, the desolator, shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas and the glorious holy mountain. Okay, so this whole war happens, and the end is he does occupy Israel. Okay, that's what it looks like. At least that's what it looks like here. It's a sort of cryptic way of putting it, but if you look at it, it says, "And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace." You know, that's representative of his settling there between the seas and the glorious holy mountain, which of course is Zion. So in Israel, yet even after that, he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. Okay, so Obama will be able to use this assistance of Israel in this war, being an ally of Israel in an opportunistic way in order to justify uh, achieving the other ends that he has in mind in the region, uh, including occupying Israel. So Israel's not, this isn't a true friend. All right, either way, take care.